what I've been trying to emphasize. And everyone, please stay with me on my journey tonight. I am still currently learning how to do IELTS, so I will share some of my own study tips and how I feel about the test while I am doing some practice questions later. I'll be doing some speaking practice questions at the very end for those who want to stay. Okay. 6.5想到7但卡了快1年了 Okay, so you're stuck at 6.5. Do you know why? So I would like to ask what parts are you losing marks on? Is it the speaking? Is it the reading comprehension? Or is it the more like the writing part? Because I lose a lot of marks on my writing part just because I'm not understanding the structure. So I've never written in the IELTS. I've never written IELTS before and I've never done the test. So when I first started, I only got about 7 for the writing because I lose all of my marks on the structure. I got like a 5 for the structure because I don't know how to approach the question. So maybe that could be an issue. And the way we can improve is by first of all identifying what is wrong and what do we not understand and what you're having trouble with in order to fix it, right? So that's what I always ask. Okay, so it's about listening and speaking. Okay. Well, I would say without the English environment, right, obviously these two are the slightly harder aspects because you have to actually put yourself out there and practice. What I would do is, since you already have adequate level of vocabulary, I would go into maybe getting the AI to generate a script and I read out loud. So you can just read it out loud and you can repeat it to yourself. And you can approach some of the example questions given by the IELTS examiner. Or you can stay until the very end. I will be going through some example questions. And at the very end, I will read them out loud for you so you can answer it as well. Yep, I am fully Chinese. For those who are wondering, I am Chinese born Chinese. That's a term I used to describe myself. And I'm actually from the north side of China, 北方人, so I'm from Shanxi, Taiyuan. So is anyone from the same hometown as me? Please let me know. I always love to find out. It's really rare to see people from the same hometown as me here in Australia. I don't know the reason. Excuse me. I don't exactly know why. It's just probably we don't gather as often, so I only know one person. Okay. Yep, so just gonna welcome everyone who came in. Nice to meet you all. My name is Angela. I just graduated from high school last year and also just turned 18 last year. So this year I'm trying to get some 9s in IELTS while doing my university studies at the University of Queensland. I do notice a lot of our friends here are telling me that it's difficult to learn English without the English environment. So that's about the input, right? So here I am in my live streaming. I would like to provide an immersive and realistic English environment where we can practice together. And for those who are wondering, I also learned English like as a second language. It's not my first language. I'm not born here, and I started only a couple of years ago as an international student learning English and learning all sorts of things. And I always tell the story about the fact my mom, very classical mom, made me do a bunch of exercise books, and I really hated it back then because I couldn't go out and play with my friends. As a child, you know, I want to hang out, I don't want to do work. But later on, I really appreciated her because it really allowed me to build the strong foundations for my English. Okay. And without these things, without the basic bits, I swear I could never reach this level. Okay. 要是考官为我讲得清晰就好. So I am really clear, right? Thank you so much. That's really encouraging. I try to keep my speech as clear as possible so we can all understand me here. And I guess this is a really good practice because I will intentionally slow down a little bit, emphasize things while trying to keep a realistic speed. So I won't slow down too much. I will make it realistic and I will make myself sound extra clear so we can practice together. Yes, lay a solid foundation. Very good. I love seeing people taking notes. All of my friends here who can understand me, please help everyone out and take some notes for me if you would like. And for those who want to learn English with me, please remember to follow and like. 如果大家想跟我一起学习英语，请记得给我点点关注和小星星，谢谢。Thank you so much. Okay. So how to improve your oral English? I would say other than just being put yourself out there, being brave and just being able to speak and attempt to speak, because I noticed that it's often the case that we're scared to make mistakes. So that's the reason why we don't want to speak as often or as much as possible. However, what I would recommend is you can try to implement it into your daily life, even if you're not having a conversation with anyone because you don't have another person who can speak as well as you do. What you can do is you can try to, I know this sounded a little bit crazy, but you can talk to yourself. Like if you see something interesting, you can point it out and be like, oh wow, that thing is really interesting. Maybe I'll share it with my friends. So you can use it to daily life. And then when you see maybe a sign on the street, you can think about, oh, how do I say that in English? Or if you go shopping, it's like, should I buy some eggs or should I buy some vegetables? So implementing all these small things into your life. And other than that, I would say you can also just get ChatGPT or get any sort of AI, get Doubao to write you a little paragraph. You can get them to write you a little paragraph in English. You can read it out loud like it's a script and pretend you're like a movie actor reading a script. So that's also all sorts of fun things you can do when practicing oral English. Just gonna welcome everyone who came in again. Nice to meet you all. My name is Angela. I just graduated from high school last year and also just turned 18 last year. So this year I'm trying to get some 9s in IELTS while doing my university studies at the University of Queensland. And what I am doing right now is I am also learning IELTS with my teacher Nick. 大家可以搜索一下思考官尼克。So I am still a learner as well, and the reason why I'm here is because I think it's important for us to learn another language, and therefore I would like to provide some advice and experience on how to do this, and maybe some of my own advice as well of how I learn. Okay, and my live streaming is on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. 我是周二、周四、周五的中午11:20到12:20左右直播。Okay, that's my set time. However, I always say I will provide special opportunities. If I have, I can go onto different places. I can go on campus in my university and live stream. So I will be giving some surprise live streaming every now and then. So if you guys want to watch me, please remember to give me a follow so you don't miss out. I will be giving them as a surprise session, so there's no warning. You can just open up TikTok and I'm probably here sometime. I am hoping to do one this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, but it depends on how I go with time because it is almost midterm. So midterm is the time where we get our assessments, we have to start doing them and start handing them in. And I actually have a little quiz for next week that is graded, which I am really nervous about because it's the biological science one, the quiz. And I am struggling with some of the content because there's just so much content. It's quite difficult for you to keep up. Okay. Just gonna welcome everyone who came in again. Nice to meet you all. My name is Angela. I just graduated from high school last year and I just turned 18 last year. So this year I'm trying to get some 9s in IELTS while I do my university studies at the University of Queensland. So right now I am still a learner with my teacher Nick. And yep, 加我粉丝团, thank you. Thank you for the sign. That's really cute. Okay. So, I am still learning myself as well. So I would like to share my own experience in learning IELTS in my study experience. And please feel free to ask me any questions in English or Chinese. Okay, 大家可以用中文和英文问我问题，我都可以看得懂。And for those who can understand me, please feel free to always take notes for those who cannot and help them out. And if you cannot understand me as much, it's okay. You can try to follow what I say and repeat after what I say. I will slow down every now and then and emphasize some key words. Okay. So, what are the things that we're talking about? Thank you so much for the sign. Thank you. I love how we're all really active today. And I love to see lots of my old fans here. Old fans? Ancient? No, not that kind of old, like a different kind of old. Like you follow me at the very start. Okay. I don't know if I've used the right words just then. Yeah, so I am using quite simple vocabulary. That's also a really good point because how I'm talking to you guys right now is how I talk to my friends when I go to the university, when I go to when I go out for parties. This is how I usually communicate. So obviously you're not going to use Shakespearean language. You're not going to use fancy C2 words when you're talking to people, right? And this is what we call a small talk. So it's a casual conversation that's using very simple words and it's just about daily life. And maybe some people will find it hard just because it's very fluent and I'm connecting some words together. I'm not putting exactly any pauses in between. So I will try to do that every now and then just to make myself really clear. But you're really, really right, which is I'm trying to keep it simple to start with so I don't scare everyone away. Okay, just gonna welcome everyone who come in. Nice to meet you. My name is Angela. I just graduated from high school last year and also just turned 18 last year. So this year I'm trying to get some 9s in IELTS while I do my university studies at the University of Queensland. So right now I am also studying IELTS with my teacher Nick. If you guys search up 雅思考官尼克, he is my teacher. He's super patient. He is a living walking dictionary. If you literally can go ask him anything, how to say the idioms. And my teacher Nick, he definitely talks really smart. Like he talks with very advanced languages. And I feel like talking to him just really allows me to learn as well, just even by talking to him. And it's really interesting because, you know, the right input gives you right output. And that's the reason why we're here, so we can listen to my input in order for you to make the right outputs. Okay. So do I eat beef or noodle? Do I eat beef noodle for lunch? Oh my goodness, that is a really good point. So I've really been trying to cook by myself. For those who have seen me before, I've mentioned the fact that I cannot cook. Thank you, Fancy. Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay. So for those who haven't seen me before or haven't heard, but I am a really, really bad cook. I literally cannot enter the kitchen. I will enter the kitchen and burn it all down, or I will enter the kitchen and mess it all up. So last Sunday, I tried to make myself some curry chicken rice for the entire week, so I don't have to keep cooking every day because I'm super busy and I got a really, really tight schedule. So I've been trying to just, do it the most efficient and most effective way. However, what I found out is a lot of the curry chicken I cook went off. So it kind of went rotten and you can't eat it anymore because it's off, like it's been there for a week. I know it's a little bit of a stupid mistake to make. I should have put it into the freezer instead of the fridge, but I didn't do that because I thought if you freeze it, you can't like cut it into bits and then eat it. Okay, anyways, but I am really annoyed because I really don't like cooking and I have to do it myself now that I am an adult. Yes, just gonna welcome everyone who came in. Nice to meet you all today. I just 太卡了是吗？哦，好的。Okay, guys, I am so sorry. This is really, really 这个非常的卡。我现在要先退一下，请大家不要走，留一下。You're unhappy? Please come back in 1 second. I will say some comforting words if I can. Okay, I don't know what's happening. 但是太卡了，太卡了。然后我们先关一下，好。